Well, Man United is hosting Fulham at the Old Trafford Stadium, and you're gonna hate to get that shocking story of Rasmus Højlund getting or being injured and out for 2 to 3 weeks in the squad of Man United. Big blow coming from Rasmus Højlund, a player that has been playing with Man United, and in the previous six games he has gonna hit obviously score goals in there for you. So smash the like button, comment and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rock and David is my name, and hope you guys are really having fun wherever you are. So this is the match preview. Man United versus Fulham. A game of football is going to be played tomorrow at 18 hours, and we'll be here with all what that you guys really need to know as far as Man United is really concerned. So let's smash the like button, comment and share, and let's spread love, not hate. By the way, it doesn't have to be nice. So the Muslims, we love you, and the Christians, we love you, and I think Allah and God loves you respectively. So Manchester United are on a winning streak, you know, of 4 in a row. Remember, we won against Wolverhampton Wanderers, we won against Aston Villa, West Ham, and now Luton Town. 4 wins, and out of the 5 games we're gonna hit to win in the Premier League this year, or this calendar year, we've gonna hit to win 4, and really we're gonna hit to draw 1, meaning that it leaves us into a better position of obviously clinching the top 4 spot. As Sir Jim Ratcliffe has said, he wants United to compete for the Champions League and the Premier League. Obviously, we know that a lot is going to be put into place for us to play there. So being on a very good winning run for the club of Man United is really something that most of you should note. But Fulham have gone ahead, obviously lose to Aston Villa 2-1 last weekend. Then they beat Bournemouth, 3-1, drew 2-2 at Burnley, and 0-0 draw at the Craven Cottage, and then they were beaten by Chelsea 1-0 on the 13th of January, as the previous 5 fixtures of them are like. So that's how the previous 5 fixtures of them are like, and they've gone ahead to put in that. For Man United, obviously, we are having Rasmus Højlund out, Luke Shaw out, Lisandro Martinez out, Anton Martial out, Tyrell Malacia, Mason Mount, all those are out, and the only players that we anticipate to see is, I think, only Aaron Wan-Bissaka returning into the starting 11 of Man United. But even Tyrell Malacia, he got a setback and he's still out. So those are the injuries of Man United. When we go to Fulham, they're really having some huge injuries that are going to hate to affect them hugely, and they are the following players. They are having Paulinho, one of the best midfielders in the league. He's serving a 2-match ban after accumulating 10 yellow cards this season. Then Harrison Reid, Sasha Lukic, you know, not that. It's João Paulinho out, Jimenez out, Kenny Tete out with a calf injury. Armando Broja is battling some illness, meaning that he's gonna be assessed in the final hours of the game and see whether they can make it. So those are the 4-5 players that Fulham won't be having. But the rest of the players are really available. Willian, Adama Traore, Issa Diop, Calvin Bassey, and very many others. They're really available to obviously they're ready to take on their course as it really stands. So that is it coming in through from the team news. But Manchester United needs to win this, because winning this game of football would see to it that we level points with Tottenham Hotspur. Remember, Spurs are not going to play any game this week because they're supposed to be playing against Chelsea. That game was postponed, and Chelsea's over the weekend is going to be playing what we call a Carabao Cup final, and Liverpool. That indicates that they're not going to be playing. So that means we win tomorrow, we'll be at 47 points, but it's going to be hard for us to go to the 5th position because our goal difference, we're only having a goal difference of 1, and Tottenham Hotspur is really having 14 as a goal difference. But that puts us in a position of closing down on Aston Villa, because Aston Villa, by the time we play, they'll also be playing Nottingham Forest, meaning that they'll be feeling the pressure in there. So we wait and see how that pans out, but it really comes out that we are really doing better and better and better as a side. So that really puts us into what we call the predicted starting 11 of Man United, and who we think Ten Hag should bring in and who Ten Hag shouldn't be bringing on. Sorry about that. Let me stretch a little bit. When you look at the probable starting 11 for Man United, Andre Onana is expected to be in between the stages for the club of Man United. He's good, and he's going to silence every hater who really believes that he shouldn't be part of the United side. I really love all what he's going to put up, and he is really looking great. I think if it's not upward defending, would have gone ahead to keep a clean sheet. Has played against Luton Town away from home. Then we go to the right back. I think it's going to be Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I have a belief that Aaron Wan-Bissaka is going to be part of the match squad that Man United is going to really present when you're playing against Fulham. And then the left back, that's where Diego Dallo goes ahead to play, because I believe Diego Dallo can play as left back very well as Bissaka closes down. But maybe Erik Ten Hag would love to see to it that he fields his best right back into the right back position and maybe take Bissaka or Lindelof onto the left side. Central defense, I think it's going to be Harry Maguire on the right side of the central defense and Rafael Varane playing onto the left side of the central defense. So that is the back four of Man United, and I think it can really do us wonders. However much we're missing Luke Shaw and Lisandro Martinez. Then the double pivot, Casemiro and Kobbie Mainoo, are going to come in through and really get the job going to take us to where the club needs to get 3 points from, because the main importance of this game is to really get in 3 points. Win another fifth game in a row and then see what is going to happen, because other teams are going to be playing on the same time with us or later. So double pivot, Kobbie Mainoo and Casemiro. Casemiro really having a very bad first half last time, and people are really so judgmental about him, but I think this is the game that Casemiro has to come out and really show us that he's really the king of the midfield. Even though Paulinho was there, I think would have gone ahead obviously express himself that I'm really what I am. Ahead of him, it's gonna be Bruno Fernandes playing ahead of them because he's the central attacking midfielder, but I would love to see him really do those dispatches of passes to the best players in there for you. And when we go to the wings, it's Garnacho Alejandro playing as a left forward. He's not going to be played as a right forward because Erik Ten Hag is not having Rasmus Højlund. Then we're going to have to see Rashford playing off the left forward. Rashford is going to be played as a number 9. I've going to have to see some people saying that it's going to be Fosun or Mori. And I don't know what Ten Hag is going to really do, but that is the front three. The 3 attacking midfielders for the club of Manchester United. Antony is expected to make his start again after a couple of games where Ten Hag is not going to have to see him start because of his style and form, where he is really disappointing and not really doing exactly what he deserves to be doing. That is Antony for you. Leading the line, it's none other than Rasmus Højlund. Not Rasmus Højlund. Marcus Rashford. He will come in through and lead the line because he's the only striker that we have that will come in through and really get the job done and dusted. So Bruno Fernandes has always had a very good communication with Marcus Rashford, and you never know, it might really help us to really get back to what the season were by seeing Marcus Rashford scoring in more goals, because I remember most of the goals he scored last season, he scored them as the number 9, not as a wide forward. So he needs to obviously up his game and take it to where we want to see it there. So that is the probable starting 11 of Man United. I believe it is really ready for the next big step, and the next big challenge is all what I've just gone ahead to talk about. Head-to-head stats between Man United and Fulham. Man United are unbeaten in their last 16 Premier League games against Fulham. 13 wins, 3 draws since a 3-0 away win in December 2009. Fulham have lost 13 of their 16 Premier League games away against Man United, 1 draw. 1 win and 2 draws, with their only victory coming under Chris Coleman in October 2020, in October 2003. Then thirdly, Fulham beat Arsenal at the end of November. Only once have they ever won consecutive Premier League games against sides that finished in the top 4 the previous season, beating Liverpool in October and May, and Manchester United in December 2009. So, fourthly, after a run of 2 wins in 8 Premier League games in December and January, 2 draws and 4 losses, Man United have won all 4 so far in February. They had just 100% win rate in a month in which they played 5 plus Premier League games in the league. 2009 in there for you. Lastly, Fulham have won just 24 of their Premier League points in away games this season, 7 out of 29, the lowest ratio in the division date since winning at Everton and their opening game of the season. The Cottagers are still winless in 11. That is it. So that's what I really had to tell you here onto the United Matters channel as far as the side of the game is concerned. And my prediction, 3-1 for the club of Man United, and I think they are going to really face it rough anytime from now. So guys, your thoughts on Man United versus Fulham are welcome in the comment section below. Rock and David remains my name, and hope you guys are really having fun. What do you also have to say about the accumulated number of injuries? And the teams that we are facing on paper are not all that hard, and we can obviously orchestrate out something that can even take us miles and miles and miles. So I sign out for now. See you later, and I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. The Muslims, Barak Lau Fikum.